Howdy, everybody. How's everyone's Saturday doing? And we got Da Vinci, Patrick, Viper, Gergman. How are y'all doing? Gergman, I saw something just a second ago. Did you say you backed the M1D Kickstarter? Is that what I read? Mr. Rabidoo, how's it going? Tell you what, it's a good day if you like watching 3D printing streamers. Cap was on earlier. I'm on now. I think Steve was doing something. The Heathens over there streaming. Netventive, welcome, sir. We are working on the stealth changer today. I've been working on it all day. Let's see if this camera's going to work today. Let's go over here. Is it going to work? It's working. So it's upside down, but we've got the docks on. We got power supply in, the Octopus Pro in there, the Raspberry Pi in, SSR. I think we're going to work on getting, let's see if I can raise this up some. There we go. Luke, how's it going? He's building the Subaru. I knew he would build that Subaru. He is a Subaru man. I think he had a WRX at one point. Speaking of Digital Dragon, he sponsored hot ends for this build. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's been a semi-productive day. Like I said, got the docks in. Real pain in the butt to get the docks in, by the way. So, Luke, we talked yesterday on the podcast, briefly just touched it, that Cheedy is having some issues with the Cheedy Q2 firmware or something. You have any updates on that? I haven't looked into it too much. But I think I'm going to flip this back over and belt the gantry. And yeah. I also replaced the rails on here. It's running nice and smooth now. Got some Honey Badger rails in there on the Y-axis. I was taking a look at the rails that came off. I can't figure out why it's doing that, but I'm thinking that they're slightly tweaked like this because they run fine by themselves, but then when you install it, it's got in the one spot, it kind of gets stiff, so it's almost like the rail got bent a little or tweaked or something. I don't know, but in the way that you wouldn't expect a rail to bend in its more rigid direction. So let's see here. Let's spin this around. Every time I go to move this, it's much, much more heavy. guess I get some physical therapy in, you know. But look at this. It's been so long since we worked on this. We got cobwebs. I know we worked on the docks the other day, but and the tool heads, the 4 tool heads that are built. We've still got to build the 5th one. But so there we go. You haven't updated the firmwares on the one you have. Tyson build plates on the X1C and GDQ2. I've heard that the Tyson build plates are nice. I looked at them. What was that? It was like after the first Rocky Mountain, I think. So like 2 years ago, but they were extremely expensive. I think it was the Tyson ones. They're like multiple hundreds of dollars for a build plate. So that kind of knocked me out of the target audience for sure. All right, so now we've got a gantry that works. So nice. It's all nice and de-racked and all that stuff. I have not tried the Firethorn yet. I have one for the Trident, but I haven't gotten around to it. Also, for those curious, here's what we look like with tool heads in there. So that's our that's what we look like. You've got 2 of the Firethorn plates, one for the Prusa and one for the salad fork. Very nice. Yeah, Viper there picked up a sweet deal on a salad fork. I think it's Doom Cubed salad fork as well from Belial over at Pulsar 3D this week. I'm extremely jealous. I would have loved to have gotten it, but I did not have cash on hand to pay for that. All right, let's see. Don't think we're going to need this for right this second. So, a little more information to catch everybody up. The controller board on this is an Octopus Pro. It's going to be running 48 volts for the X, Y, and Z steppers. And with 5160s. Get on there. Anybody build a stealth changer? What or remember, what did we decide? Are we doing centralist homing on this thing? feel like we were doing sensorless on this, because there's no good way to get an X end stop on here. Belial, we're just talking about you, sir. Welcome. Trying to figure out the Doom Cube for the Micron. Yeah, like I said, I would, if I were you, I wouldn't do the dual panels on it. I'd just do just the single panels, then you're gonna have the same thermal properties in the printer that you would without the Doom Cube, but having the Doom Cube look. That's 8s. We need 6s and 3x6. They seem to be vanished. I don't know where they went. They were in there at one point. I swear it. Base kit. Here they are. And 3x5s. All right. Brad, you don't need, honestly, for that small of a part, PPS will print fine even if it's not enclosed. So don't worry about the chamber temps on that. Just print it in a normal enclosed printer, you're going to be fine. In with profiles, I don't know when you downloaded them, whether or not they're updated, but Polymaker has a really good profile on their website for their PPS. Camera focus is fuzzy. Yeah, it's not a very good camera. I don't even know what it's focusing on. We can switch to the other one. Let's, we just have to adjust it some. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have the older version of my PPS profile that is at 350, or the newer version that's at 320, because it should be at 320. Change the cooling stuff some. It's much closer to the Polymaker version now. I shouldn't have torqued this down. I gotta go around. You know what? This will work for a minute because it's not going to be the final resting place. We'll just give this a little slack. I just need to figure out how long these belts need to be. Crap. All right. Let's figure out how long we need these belts to be. I'm sure of the belting path on this. We'll make an educated guess. Boom, 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 boom. Damn it, it went into the extrusion. There we go. Lovely, lovely. Oh, look how nice. Look how nice that is. Having a turntable, you can just rotate the printer around. Easy peasy. Look at that. Let's put this in here. All right. And then it's going to go through here. We drop our tool. It's very important. Let's see. Good, good. Yeah. All right, let's find our tool. do all-wheel drive, they said. It'll be easy, they said. Everybody knows the rule, though. We do these things not because they are easy, but because we thought they would be easy. All right? I don't even know where you're going. Do you know where you're going? I feel like you don't. Go out there. You little son. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Alright, let's see. We'll use another toad. You know who we need to help with this belting problem? Grant. Grant would know how to belt this. Wonder if this would be easier going the other direction. Oh. Just made Midwestern salads that aren't salad. That's right. Gonna have to finish the few prints for Moab and then have to shelf that for a month or two. Need to focus on house stuff. Understandable. Jim, what's up? Raj, Nick, how's it going? Yes. Let's see. I need to take a break from this before I smash something. Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button. Subscribe. Follow if you're over on Twitch. We are live on both Twitch and the YouTubes. If you are new here, I am Alex, aka Projects in Dad's Garage. We build lots of printers. We do lots of 3D printed projects. Lots of Nerf blasters as of late. Going to be building a vending machine thing that I really want to see if I can get that thing, rather than having to put coins in it. I did get that belt through there, by the way. Rather than coins, you put maker chips in. How fun would that be? Have it on the table at a Rep Fest, right? You got your. It looks like a regular like gumball machine. Inside the balls are my maker chip, and if you would like my maker chip, you have to put your maker chip in and turn it to get one of mine. I think that would be pretty neat. What do you think? They go back on the 20th here. Kids go back to school on the 20th. They're assembling a Core 1 for when Index arrives, and hopefully printing the last of the Mammoth parts. Nice. Yeah, sometime this month, I think the required hardware is going to be showing up to Moose for Mammoth kits, if anybody's interested. Luke, I feel like you should build a Mammoth kit, sir. You like building big things. You're building Moab, the Mog, the Unimog. And you've done the big giant speakers, the 3D printed speakers. You did a giant I can't remember what that printer is called. Trying to keep from working on the Unimog. But for those that don't know, Luke, aka Digital Dragon, streams here on Twitch and YouTube now. So excited that he's doing both. So make sure to click on his profile and go subscribe. He does cool stuff, and he's an amazing human being. And if you're a fan of amazing human beings, you should go subscribe to his channels. All right. There we go. That is one side belted. Means I can take this out. Ooh, customers. Hopefully should have everything for your VZBot 330 before the end of August. I'll take a break for a bit when I'm done and wait a while, see what comes out from there. Man, I would love to build a VZBot. Yeah. Hopefully I get to go to 3D Printopia this year. It's not looking so good, but I would love to go. GTR Dad, what's up? All All right, there we go. Now, all right, so when we get to the end, the new one gets cut one too short. Dun, dun, dun. This is my least favorite part of this. My AC is making noises at me. So the kids trying to do like this frog breeder thing, and I'm pretty sure the only thing they're breeding are mosquitoes. Looking at the larvae that are in there, pretty sure it's mosquito larvae. Which was extremely heartbreaking for them when I had to break the news to them that they weren't tadpoles. All right. All right, we have our two belts now. Local buddy of yours has one, and ever since helped him with it, I needed one. Yeah. GTR Dad, it is. LTX makes these lovely turntables. And as you can see, this is a 350 Voron and fits on there with a little bit of room to spare. Nozzle Clog, what's up? Layer by Layer stop by. Nice. I never get to catch their show. I think I've caught it once. Waiting for the rain to clear. It was supposed to rain here all day. It sprinkled for a little bit, and then that was it. tripping over the stuff for the door. Yeah, I could definitely see how that could be an issue. One. Two. And that's the belts. Now let's put them on. I want to know if this is going to be easier to go the other way. Get off there. All right, there we go. Let's see. All right. And this is easier than not. Might boil down to there is no easy way. That is always possible. Again, where's Grant when you need him? There we go. All right. All right. There's one belt. All right. is a channel of the professional makers of poor financial decisions. That's true. Just use Bluetooth pelts. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Beardy, how do I get a cookie? Well, I would recommend you make them yourselves. They're always the best if you make it yourself. We made some chocolate chip cookies twice in the last couple weeks. That was good. Yeah, that was a good. My favorite cookie happens to be raisin-filled cookies. Let's work on our next belt here. This is my first time doing an all-wheel drive, so it's kind of cool. Getting to try some of this stuff out for the first time. Getting to learn a bunch of things. Look how easy I got it that time. Look at that. Professional, I tell you. All right. All right, everybody, I'm going to give this belting experience a solid, I'd rate it a solid walrus. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate it a walrus. Cody, how's it going? Yeah, Lazy Susan is a little bit of cheat mode. Snickerdoodles are fantastic. Why are you there? Yep, you can pick one up from LTX Designs. I don't know if he's got his website up and going yet, but you could definitely find him on the Discord, link in the YouTube description. Let's take this carriage off. I might have got a little ahead of myself, I guess, by putting it on there. All right. Let's see. This looks like this is going to need to come off. Go. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. All right. Zip tie that was holding this so this didn't flop anywhere. See our top belt on there. Bottom belt. Let's put a little bracket on there. And then let's make sure we got the same number of teeth on both sides. Excellent. Can we all agree that that's excellent? Yes? Everybody in agreement? All right. Now, I'm going to do the other side. Zybertech, what's going on? Zybertech in the house. How are things going in the AC world? They slow down any, or are you guys still rocking? LTX. There's the man. That's the guy you need to speak to about a Lazy Susan. I can tell you what, man. Infinitely useful when it comes to belting a printer. Makes it so easy. You just kind of spin it around as you go. Not on call this weekend. Ran into a yard sale day. Me and the little one went over to the library to get her some new books so she can work on her reading. And across the street from the library was a yard sale, and I happened to pick up this. They're from it's from Hobby Lobby. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 16 little storage bins inside of this. Figured it'd be useful for something. Picked up 2 of them. Gave one to the ladies inside for stuff because they were cleaning and organizing some things. Still haven't built yours yet? Need to hurry up and get one done with all the printers coming my way in the next couple weeks. Yeah, you definitely do. Additive Adam in the house. What's up, brother? Are you going to make one big enough to put the Venture XL on? No, that's the real question. All right. All right, there we go. We got some belts on. Let's get out our belt tension meter. Yeah, you do need one of the turntables for the car. That'd be perfect. That would be perfect. It'd be like old railroad stations, you know? Train pulls in, turns it around, train runs back out. That's a dead fly. Um, Sean, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Working on the turntables they needed for 3D Printopia. That's about a one. Well, it tells me my suspicion that this one might be one tooth off is right. All right, let's fix that, I suppose. Get off of there. All right, let's put those back on. See if these belt tensions are closer now. One five. 1.5. Perfect. uh, Real men don't use tension meters. Well, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, when you get all caught up, let me know, and I'll have you finish off that smaller one. This month's budget is gone, so it has to fall into next month's budget. Let's put the front of this back on. Very good. Let's loosen these up a little bit. And We're adjusting the top belt for tension. See where we're at. Puts us at a 2. Shooting for like a 2.5. 2.3. All right, 2.5, dead on the nose. Let's tighten up the back motor. All right, 2.5, dead on the nose. Armed Forces logo on the panels. Love it, love it. I'm getting excited. I got a lot of things out of this box today. We're getting a bunch of things done on this build. We literally dusted the cobwebs off the thing. You know, another thing too, if you notice, this bottom panel is all engraved ACM. LTX did that as well. What's up, Zip? After I'm done with this, we gotta make grilled cheeses. You want to help me make grilled cheeses and tomato soup? Yes. Okay. Maybe while we're doing that, you can read some of your Piggy and Elephant books. We'll see. I may have gone too far on the tightening. Six. $2.7. All right. 2.7. 2.7. LTX, you have the ability to cut like flat steel. Proto Forge, how's it going? Cell changers and tridents are on the boat. I think they'll be here in 2 weeks. That should be interesting. Trying to get 6 machines built at the same time. Yeah. 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 The back panel is done custom too for this one. It's going to be a sharp looking build. So the reason why I ask is Brad and I were looking at trying to figure out if we could get CNC'd gantry parts for a micron. I think someone has files out there. Just a matter of finding some place to get them done in a cost-effective manner. All right, so gantry's belted. Now, let's look at what we've got left to do. Got to figure out I should probably like not show my address on everything. Not that like 90% of you don't already know where I live. Because we do a maker meetup here. If you are in the Central Ohio area or willing to travel to the Central Ohio area, we are doing a maker meetup here on the 15th and 16th. If you're interested in coming, just join the Discord, shoot me a DM, let me know. Files are in the Armchair Engineering Discord. I'll have to grab them at some point here. Alright, so from Ember Prototypes, we have their new version of this camera, which also has an XN stop, a nozzle alignment camera. Whole thing is magnetic. Look at that, it's magnetic. Just, oh yes, so nice. So we need to investigate that situation. There is a proby thing. Where's the proby thing? It's part of the proby thing. There's another part of the proby thing. There's a big ball and a little ball. Does anyone know why? There's two balls in here. Long drive from Oklahoma? Yeah, it would be. Maybe you and Martin could carpool up this way sometime, though. That would be fun. All right, let's look. All right. Screws? Are there self-tapping screws over here? In our little kit? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got pins. We got screws. Yes. Look at that. Screws. All right. Two of our little self-tappers out. 125. Yeah, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. Oh, what do we got? I got a notification for something. Oh, Bill G, thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated, sir. Welcome to the Garage Crew. All right. So, that is done. Big ball and little ball walks in circle. All right, let's see. If anybody wants to do a check real quick and tell me why there's 2 different size balls for this. That would be amazing. Help me figure out which one of these we need to put in here. Just realizing now that maybe I should have put this sleeve in here first. We'll give it the old tap, tap, taparoo. But I would have rather done that without the PCB on the bottom, you know. It is the sex ball part of the stealth changer kit, yeah. Patrick, sounds like you need to charge the phone there, so. All right. Get some nuts. Nuts here. Get your nuts here. Hot, salty nuts. There. 1. 2. Is this right? Seems right. It is right. There we go. Maker Viking, how's it going? Good to see you, man. Those that don't know, Maker Viking is the creator of the website Tinker Atlas. Think of it as Facebook for makers. With additional features that you're not going to find on Facebook, you should definitely go check it out at tinkeratlas.com. How's she doing? Welcome, welcome. Alright, we got the big ball on there. Yeah, he's also working on creating a new CAD software thing. I've yet to check it out because I have no time ever, but yeah. Definitely should check that out. Have you got that stuff listed up on Tech Jeepers? Got a thing that's got like programs and software that people might find helpful. You should definitely check that out. Down Under Maker, the resident Aussie, one of them anyway. How's it going, sir? It's not pushing plastic yet, but we're getting dangerously close. All right, it's starting to feel like it's a printer. Let's put this back in the bubble wrap. All right. These, I do believe, are the wires. There's some of the wires. These two look like LDO wires. These look like, which one? And oh, these are extensions. That's what they are. Those two are extensions because we're probably going to need them. Oh, good. This is going to be nice and tight to try to get this wire plugged in. There we go. All right, let's get this situation undone. There's one, there's two, there's three, and there's four. Lovely. Lovely. All right. Trying to run our wires for our steppers. Gonna zip tie them around our belt here. Alright. Then we got some fancy dancy cable covers that we're going to put on here. Alright, we're going to cut this back some. These are not the wires you're looking for. Making lasagna. All right. It's going to have to go up and around. All right. We've got one front stepper motor wired. Back to the back anyway. Brad, would you mind just DMing me that link? Because I can't click on it from here. No one died from the cooking today? That's good. That's good. Unless you were trying to poison people, in which case I'm sorry to hear that the mission was unsuccessful. No. Doesn't want to go through there. Let's see. The wire doesn't want to go through the little remaining space between the extrusion and this thing. Ah, there we go. There's one. There's two. Now the green one. And last but not least, the black one. There we go. All right. Again with the zip tying of the wire. Make sure you zip tie it to the side of the belt that doesn't actually move in relation to the gantry. Not yet, Luke. We're not ready to print quite yet. We're getting there, though. Joker, welcome, welcome. Sean, Chaos Drunker, how's it going? Hagbard, how's it going, man? Are y'all raiding into me? Is that what happened? I don't have my Twitch thing up here. Let me pull it up. Who raided in over here? That's not what I wanted. I wanted Twitch. Go over here.
I'm Snap Jones.
Chaos Drunker, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome. We're in the middle of building a Voron Trident 2.4 as a stealth changer. It's a 5-tool tool changer. That is what we are in the middle of doing currently. We just did a bunch of work to get the belts on for the gantry. Done a lot of work on it today. For off stream and on stream, trying to get it done. So it's a project that's kind of been hanging around for a while. Should have been printing an hour ago. Should have been printing months ago. It's been an odd summer. For those that were around last summer, you'll remember that pretty much every single day we were streaming. And this summer has been much rougher, trying to get time to stream, motivation, lots of stuff going on this year. Well, there's lots of stuff going on last year too, but for some reason, this is turntable's awesome. Thank you. It is an awesome turntable. It's made by LTX Designs. Well, here you go. It's even got the channel logo in there, you know. So if you'd like one, you can pick one up from LTX Designs. Yeah, really useful, particularly if you're working on printers, but if you're working on anything really that would benefit from being able to move the piece around. Now this is a big printer. This is 350 millimeter build volume printer, so. And I'd say you'd probably be able to get out to a 400. But to all those that just rated in, thank you. Hope you enjoy the content. Let's see. We gotta figure out what we're doing next. I imagine we probably ought to do the back here so that we can run our wires down to the bottom, get our drag chain hooked up. Now I just got to find those pieces. That's not them. That's not them. That's not them. It's quick clap door. Where, oh, where? Here they are. Found them. Or parts of them, at least. This goes here. 3D Customs, thank you for subscribing. Much appreciated. We got a bunch of followers over on Twitch as well. Larzo, Senberg, Joker, Protoforge, GTR Dad, Bearded Printer, Arthur 33. Thank you for following. Hagbird. Yeah, if you enjoy 3D printed stuff, content, Saturdays are normally we're gonna need something else to mount the drag chain to. Because normally it comes over and mounts to, well, actually I don't know, because that doesn't have the normal setup. Crap. Who's got a normal 2.4? Can you tell me where the drag chain normally mounts up here? So we'll put this off to the side because I gotta find out how we're going to mount the drag chain with this. This is the Double T CNC all-wheel drive kit. Yeah, turning it upside down and work on the electronics. There's some different mods available. There's a drawer mod that allows you to pull it out. And then if you build a Trident, you can do the inverted electronics where the bottom panel comes out and all your electronics are right there. So there are some different options. We didn't go with that on this. But once you got it built, you're normally not doing a whole lot of turning and flipping and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I gotta figure that out. Problem for later, I suppose. We'll, for the time being, plug in our other two stepper motors here. And get some more of our channel covers. I don't know where they need to go to though, so I don't want to cut these. Is there a cable for that? I don't know what those are, but they don't look like what we need. We need a 3-pin wire. We might have to make that ourselves. That's all right. I'm gonna need to get more wire. I am like out of wire for that kind of stuff. Video you watch has it in the middle. Yeah, it comes up and then back down, but I need the part that it mounts to for this particular, for the double T thing, and I don't think there's any file for it. Let me go check. Brad sent me the let me go look in my files. Pulley alignment tool. Nothing in there. It's all right. Well, I'll get it figured out. I'll find something. Let's see. I am so incredibly flustered with where to go next. Because we don't have a lot of things that we can do easy. And I can't keep watering that without figuring out parts for that. Let me go look. Oh, you know what? I wonder if there's anything in the normal 2.4s. See. Stealth changer stuff. Gantry. Nope. Z chain bottom anchor. Nope. Let's go over to printables. Drag chain mount. Anything usable here? Negative. That's incredibly frustrating, just so you know. Do any of the other printers have a drag chain mount that would work? No. No. Micron does if it was a 2020 extrusion. It seems odd. So many people have done this. I don't know that Nero ever did did the double T. What about the LDO all-wheel drive kit? monolith, maybe? STLs. Joints. Oh, there we go. There we go. Fucking A. Let's download this. What? There's upper Z chain mount in the LDO all-wheel drive Voron 2.4 STLs. So, we are back in business, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just have to print that out. Obviously not something I'm going to get done now, but at least we have it, right? Stealth changer stuff. And nice. Lovely. Anyway, y'all, I think we're probably going to call it there. It started off as a Formbot 2.4 with a bunch of LDO stealth changer stuff, the double T all-wheel drive kit, custom panels from CAD Design. It's a mashup of a lot of different stuff. It's going to be fantastic when it's done. But yeah. All right, let's go back over here to Twitch. There. Who's on? Who's on that we know? I'm trying to find somebody good to send you all over to over on Twitch. Anyway, on that I'm following. Yep. I want to send you over to Vilemons over on Twitch. And the rest of you guys. Martin, how's it going? You guys have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
How certain services use AI to find potential. I